Becoming a parent is a big change in our lives. It brings numerous joys and positive feelings, but it also brings difficulties that we experience as negative aspects. But through all the trials and tribulations, remember you are still number one and you're always achieving the highest quality. Hi, welcome back. If you're new here, I'm John. I've had 40 years in the wool industry, 20 years on farm and 20 years as a public accountant, looking at the intricate details of family farmers. And today I interview a farmer he travelled all over Australia to find his favourite farm, and it was worth it. Please just repeat the history of of your family and what you've been doing.
Well, we came out to Australia as farming family, and next year will be 190 years that we've continually farmed. We came out as farmers from England, and so tradition, I suppose, has taken us to loving being with animals and producing food and fibre, basically. We think it's a very honourable profession anywhere in the world, and one of the key things of survival and working with nature. So we love the land and we're part of it. And it's only in the very new world that our next generation changed, because the world changed dramatically, and is changing with technology. But so we've been very lucky to do what we do.
Yes, and so Richard, will you say the world's changing? In what particular way do you think the world's changed?
Well, I think just in Australia it changed dramatically. In our lifetime we had a wonderful era, but it's incredible change really, and technology and science has moved so far, and in the Western world fashion's changed, what we wear, what we eat, how we do it, far more than it did in the period before, where we were lucky not to have the wars and things in the last century that we had in our time. So it's a new world we're living in. It's unthinkable that a mobile phone became a mobile computer, and that it's something we're all trying to grasp with, really, and how we handle this fast-moving world.
Yes. And so you yourself, why did you become a farmer? Why did you become a farmer?
Well, I suppose pretty traditional. I had my first sheep pet lamb when I was 4. My father had a Corriedale sheep stud, and I loved going and tagging the lambs, and so I've had a sheep round me one way or the other for the last 74 years. So I I suppose I have to say I love sheep, so that's what I've always wanted to do. And I ordered my first truck when I was 7, which I was going to cart the sheep with, and I sort of had an interest in that industry, and life took me along on that journey, and boy, it's been a good trip. I had a lot of fun.
Okay, so we'll talk about your trucking business in a moment. And so with farming, what do you like about farming and why?
Well, I think when you get up on your job, you're looking forward to doing it. It doesn't mean it's easy a lot of the time, and you're sweating and it's tough. But the challenge of guiding nature and the animals on your farm, and you're sort of part of a unit on a farm. The animals, the dogs, they're eager to go for the day, and you're eager. And in my case, a wife that's the same, and kids. It's a pretty good way to get up and start the day, loving what you're doing and looking forward to it.
Yes, right. Okay, and at the other end, Richard, what is it you do not like about farming?
Oh, well, I think it's a 7-day-a-week job. If you're running a farm, you just can't say, oh, well, it's Saturday, we won't put the food out for everybody, because you've got this entire unit of animals that are relying on you, and you're relying on them, and it becomes a team effort. And that's like all teams. You can be tired and exhausted. It can be too hot or too dry or too flooding, it can be all of the above, which is stressing all of the unit, and you've got to look after each other. Luckily, it's nice to have the odd dog that's good, but there's some pretty wild fellas out there as well.
And do you find that an additional responsibility that, you know, it is a 7-day-a-week job? I mean, I'm an accountant by trade. I click off Friday afternoon and then I've got the weekend to myself and I don't have ongoing responsibilities. Do you find, is it a burden to you, you know, having this ongoing responsibility of feeding all the animals?
No, it really isn't actually, because I love what I do. On a farm, you're very independent, strangely, with the responsibility, but you're sort of in the team feeling you're one of a unit, and well, particularly in this last year of our lives, we've had wonderful neighbours, and so if the dogs and things need checking, we do theirs, they do ours, which gives you a little bit of freedom. But it's being fully committed to anything, as far as I'm concerned, is it's a very rewarding thing to be.
Yeah, and you mentioned the independence. Is that important in your, you know, how you work and all those sort of things, being independent?
Yeah, I love independence. It's, I suppose, why I love farming. I think in the service world, you're responsible to a lot of other people. We were in the trucking industry, which we've been part of. But on a farm, you're a free spirit. You're a victim of everybody, but you're also totally not a victim. It's a funny thing, because you can blame everybody as well. So it's a strange environment. It's at the end of the road. You can roll on about the bad prices you get, etc. But in the end, you're the boss on your farm.
And now some farm facts about the top 10 wool producers. So Australia is still number one, and it's good wool, but we've got to buy more. And now on to Adeline Loke on shopping for high quality clothing in 2026.
Are you tired of spending more money on clothes that just feel cheaper? Because so am I. In this video, I'm going to break down how to find high quality clothes so that we can shop better, buy less, and keep these items for longer. I think that regardless of your budget, whether you're purchasing new or pre-loved or fast fashion or from small independent brands, these are things that we can all look for. For me, high quality comes down to three main things. The first being what it's made of, the second being how it's made or how well it's made, and then the third is how it wears over time, which is kind of informed by how it's made and how well it's constructed. I value purchasing one or two incredibly high quality pieces that will last me for years to come over like 10 pieces of mediocre quality. But just for the clarity in this video, when I'm talking about wool, I'm specifically talking about sheep's wool. Wool is a lot stronger and more durable than cashmere. However, wool contains lanolin, whereas cashmere doesn't. And so if you have sensitive skin, you might not be able to wear wool. When it comes to wool, there are three main types. You have sheep's wool, which is the most general type of wool. If something is labeled wool, then we can assume that it's most likely sheep's wool, which is wool that is taken from a mature sheep. Sheep's wool is very thick and durable and textured. However, due to its slightly coarse feeling, again, if you have sensitive skin, you might not be able to wear it without feeling a bit itchy and irritated. And this is the most affordable type of wool. Next, we have lamb's wool. And this is wool sheared from a lamb that is under 1 year old. This is much softer than regular sheep's wool because the fibers are shorter and softer. And this is more expensive than sheep's wool. Lastly, we have merino wool, which is considered the most high quality. This comes from the merino sheep, which has ultra fine fibers. so the material is very smooth and soft. It's insulating while still being very breathable and temperature regulating. And this is often the most expensive option for wool. Whichever one you choose depends on your different needs. For warmth and durability, choose sheep's wool. If you find wearing wool itchy, I would always advise wearing a layer underneath, like a t-shirt. I mean, I think you should always wear a layer underneath all your knitwear anyway. This will also prevent you from having to wash it so often, as it's actually the process of washing your clothes that wears it down, not the actual wearing of it. I got this 100% wool Aran knit cardigan from Nili Lotan a while ago. I got it on a really good sale. It's so thick and beautiful, such a classic piece. I love wearing it. It keeps me so warm. For something softer but still warm, lamb's wool is a really great choice. I recently got this cardigan from Ann Daughter, and it is 100% lamb's wool. The quality of this cardigan is so amazing. It is thick and so luxurious. I was shocked at how soft it is. It's actually comparable to my cashmere pieces, I would say. And then merino wool is really great for base layers and is a really versatile material, I find. I have a few merino wool sweaters for different uses. So the first one I have is this very thin base layer that I got from COS. You can wear it just under anything and it will just keep you so warm. Then I have these merino wool jumpers from Uniqlo that are slightly thicker. I love these and I wear these all the time. I think these are such a great basic. And then I have this slightly thicker one from a Korean brand called Nothing Written. This is also 100% merino wool. And you can see that it's thicker and fuzzier. I haven't depilled it since last year. When shopping for wool, you want to look for certifications such as the Responsible Wool Standard, Nativa, and the Woolmark certification. These ensure that the wool that you're purchasing has been sustainably and ethically sourced.
Thanks, Adeline. And the key takeaway is, remember, you are still number one. With all the trials and tribulations, you are still striving to be the best. And so remember, life's short. Find your joy. And always remember it, so you always enjoy. Thank you.